Celebrations are inevitable elements in our social life. Every celebration brings positive energy in our life. Then, how about celebrating your birthday or your dear one's birthday? In the same way, as we all know, October 2nd is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji was a great historical leader and the father of our nation. Gandhiji's life was a great lesson which not only inspired his friends and followers when he was alive, but also inspiring every human till this time. Students, let me take this beautiful occasion to welcome all of you for this online celebration and pray that God may give to all our participants enough energy and enthusiasm to perform well. And I also express great gratitude to all of you on behalf of Nadari family. Thank you.
Son, where have you been? I was looking for you everywhere.
Mother, who is this old man in this note? I have seen him in many notes.
This is our dear Bapuji, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi.
Mother, could you tell me more about him?
Sure, my son. Gandhiji is the father of our nation. He affectionately is called Bapuji. Gandhiji was born on October 2nd, 1869. That is today. That is the reason why we are celebrate this day as Gandhi Jayanti. His father's name was Karamchand Gandhi and mother's name was Putlibai.
Gandhiji did his schooling in a primary school at Rajkot. He then joined the Alfred High School in the city at the age of 11. He was noted to be good at English, fair in arithmetic, weak in geography, good in conduct, and bad in handwriting. He was shy and did not mix easily with other children. His books were his sole companion and spent all his free time alone reading. Mohan, at an early age, started showing signs of rational doubts. An untouchable Ukka used to attend the house of Gandhiji for cleaning latrines. Mohan was forbidden to touch him, but though hardly 12, at that time, he would tell his mother that untouchability was not sanctioned by religion. Once, Mr. Giles, the education inspector, had come on a visit of inspection to his school. Mr. Giles set the boys a spelling test. He gave them 5 words in dictation. Mohandas has misspelled one word. The class teacher tried to prompt him with the point of his boot and also hissed to copy the spelling from the neighbor's slate. Mohandas refused to do so as he thought that copying is not an act of a good student. A playbook, Shravana Pitrabhakti Nataka, and the drama of Harishchandra produced a very powerful impression on his young sensitive mind. The fearlessness and determination of Harishchandra in putting up with all sufferings in the course of following truth profoundly touched young Mohandas' heart.
Gandhiji studied in London. At the age of 19, Mohandas left home to study law in London at the Inner Temple, one of the city's 4 colleges. The first few days in London were miserable. Everything was strange for him, the people, their ways and even their dwellings. He was a complete novice in the matter of English etiquette. He tried to adopt English customs including taking lessons. He got a new cloth made, purchased a silk hat costing 19 shillings, wasted 10 pounds on an evening dress suit made in Bond Street. He took lessons in French and in elocution, but he soon realized that if he could not become a gentleman by virtue of his character, the ambition was not worth cheering. About the same time, a Christian friend who he had met in a vegetarian boarding house introduced him to the Bible. He also read Sir Edwin Arnold's rendering of Buddha's life, The Light of Asia, as well as the chapter on the Prophet of Islam. The attitude of respect for all religions and the desire to understand the best in each one of them were thus planted in his mind yearly itself.
As a barrister in South Africa. Upon returning to India in mid 1891, he set up a law practice in Bombay but met with little success. He soon accepted a position with an India firm that sent him to its office in South Africa. Along with his wife Kastuba and their children, Gandhiji remained in South Africa for nearly 20 years. Gandhiji was appalled by the discrimination he experienced as an Indian immigrant in South Africa. When a European magistrate in Durban asked him to take off his turban, he refused and left the courtroom. On a train voyage to Pretoria, he was thrown out of a first-class railway compartment and beaten up by a white stagecoach driver after refusing to give up his seat for one European passenger. That train journey served as a turning point for Gandhiji, and he soon began developing and teaching the concept of satyagraha or passive resistance as a way of non-cooperation with authorities. In 1906, the Transvaal government sought to further restrict the rights of Indians, and Gandhiji organized his first mass civil disobedience. After 7 years of protest, he negotiated a compromise agreement with the South African government. Tolstoy Farm was the first ashram initiated and organized by Mohandas Gandhi during his South African movement. Created in 1910, the ashram served as the headquarters of the campaign of Satyagraha against discrimination against Indians in Transvaal, where it was located.
After Gandhiji's long stay in South Africa, which was around 20 years, gave him respect as nationalist, theorist and organizer in India. He was invited by Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who was the senior leader of the Indian National Congress, to join Indian national movement against tyrant British rule. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India. Gokhale thoroughly guided Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi about the prevailing political situations in India and also the social issues of the time. Gandhiji's first ashram in the India was established in the Kochrab area of Ahmedabad. The ashram was then shifted to a piece of open land on the banks of the river Sabarmati, originally called the Satyagraha Ashram, reflecting towards passive resistance launched by the Mahatma. The ashram became home to the ideology that set India free. The ashram was home to Gandhiji and served as one of the main centers of the Indian freedom struggle.
Champaran Satyagraha of 1917 was the first Satyagraha movement inspired by Gandhi and a major revolt in the Indian independence movement. This movement marked his arrival to the British rule. The non-cooperation movement started after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and lasted from 1920 to February 1922 with an aim to resist British rule in India through non-violence means, that is ahimsa. The observance of the Independence Day in 1930 was followed by the launching of civil disobedience movement under the leadership of Gandhi. It began with the famous Dandi March. On 12th March 1930, Gandhi left the Sabarmati Ashram at Ahmedabad on foot with 78 other members of the ashram for Dandi, a village on the western sea coast of India. At a distance of about 385 km from Ahmedabad, they reached Dandi on 6th April 1930. There, Gandhiji broke the salt law. It was illegal for anyone to make salt as it was a government monopoly. Gandhiji defied the government by picking up a handful of salt which had been formed by the evaporation of sea.
Quit India movement was the most aggressive movement launched by the Indian National Congress under the leadership of Gandhiji. On 8th August 1942, the All India Congress Committee at a meeting in Bombay passed a resolution. This resolution declared that the immediate ending of British rule in India was an urgent necessity for the sake of India and for the success of the cause of freedom and democracy. In the movement, Mahatma Gandhi delivered do or die speech. As a result, the entire members of Indian National Congress were arrested by the British officials and were imprisoned without trial. But the protests continued across the nation. By the end of World War II, British government cleared that they will hand over the powers to India. Thus, through a lot of major movements led by Gandhi, helped India in attaining freedom from the British rule.
Son, now did you understand how Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi became our dear Bapuji?
Yes, Mom, I am really surprised and I am proud to be Indian.
What else do you want to know about Gandhiji?
Mother, today onwards, Bapuji is a real hero of my life and I promise to follow all his principles.
I will be always speak truth like Gandhiji. This quote influenced me the most. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth.
I will be believe in love like Gandhiji. This quote influenced me the most. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace.
I will be positive like Gandhiji. This quote influenced the most. A man is the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Thank you.
I will believe to learn like Gandhiji. This quote influenced me the most. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you.
I will be learned to forgive like Gandhiji. This quote influenced me the most. And I will only make the whole world blind. Thank you. Mother, what is the most important thing that you like about Gandhiji today also?
Gandhiji always dwelt on cleanliness and good habit and pointed out its close relationship to good health. India gained freedom under the leadership of Gandhiji. But his dream of clean India was still unfulfilled. His dream was total sanitation for all. On October 2nd, 2014, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a nationwide cleanliness campaign on the occasion of Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary. The concept of Swachh Bharat is to provide sanitation facilities to every family, including villages, cleanliness and safe and adequate drinking water supply.
I really wish, if Gandhi was alive.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति
Dear children, I feel immense proud when I see all my children celebrating my birthday even today, also in such a grand way. As I say always, my life is my message. I have always preached non-violence, equality and kindness toward my fellow beings, and I want to each of you to be safe. It is the truth that this pandemic has locked us into ourselves. Let us not forget to help and support each other physically and mentally. Let us show care and concern to all, protect our nature and show equality towards our fellow beings, and most important, be fruitful. Jai Hind!
दो अक्टूबर काश बहुत है, इसमें है इतिहास, इसने गांधी जी जन्म दिया, उन्होंने ज्ञान नया, सत्य हिंसा को अपनाओ, इनसे होती सदा बुलाई, इनको दम पर गांधी जी ने अंग्रेज की फौज भगाई। इस दिन लाल बहादुर जी भी इस दुनिया में आए थे, ईमानदार और सबके प्यारे शासकीय कहलाए थे। नहीं भूला सकते इस दिन को, ये दिन तो है बहुत महान, इसमें भारत का गौरव है, इसमें तिरंगे की ये शान, इसमें भारत का गौरव है, इसमें तिरंगे की ये शान। A tribute to father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Truth or violence was his tool, with which he tried to rule. Truth or violence was his tool, with which he tried to rule.
അതിൽ നിന്നെത്തുന്നു ഗാന്ധി. സത്യാന്വേഷണ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചും ഉത്തരം ചൊല്ലിയുമെത്തുന്നു. കരുണയുടെ കഥകൾ ഉരുവിട്ട ശ്രാവസ്തി കയകൾ കടന്നു വരുന്നു. ഗംഗയുടെ ഹൃദയത്തിൽ ഒരു കുമ്പിളാഴ്ത്തിയിട്ടതു നിറയെ സ്നേഹവുമായി വരുന്നു. യമുനയുടെ തെളിനീരിൽ വിരിയുന്ന കുളിരേറ്റ കുളിരുന്ന മണ്ണിലൂടടിവച്ചു വടികൊത്തിയെത്തുന്നു. പകുതിയും സത്യാഗ്രഹങ്ങളാൽ ജീർണി ചുരുട താങ്ങി ഉയർത്താങ്ങിയെത്തുന്നു. ഒരു കൈയിൽ ഗീതയും മറുകൈയിൽ സ്നേഹ സൗരഭ്യമിറ്റുന്ന ക്രിസ്തുവും ഇടനെഞ്ചിലിടയന്റെ കരുണയും നറുചിരികളുതിരുന്ന ചുണ്ടിന്റെ ഒരു കോണിൽ ഒരു മന്ത്രം എപ്പോഴും ഉതിരുന്നു. ഹരേ രാം ഹരേ രാം ഹരേ രാം ഹരേ രാം ഹരേ രാം ഹരേ രാം. ഉദയഗീതങ്ങൾ ഉറപൊട്ടി നിൽക്കുമാ മിരീണ ചൊരിയുന്നതേതൊരു ശാന്തി മന്ത്രം. ചില്ലു ചിത്രങ്ങളിൽ വന്നിരുന്നൊരു മാത്ര ഞങ്ങളുടെ നിൽക്കുമ കണ്ണൊന്നു പാറ്റിയാൽ ഞങ്ങളും അഹിംസയുടെ പാഠം പഠിക്കും. വിന്ദിന്റെ നെറുകയിൽ വിരിയുന്ന തിങ്കളായി തെളിനിലാവേകുന്നു ഗാന്ധി. വിശ്വസ്നേഹത്തിന്റെ ഇഴകൾ പിരിച്ചെടുത്ത് അതിൽ നൂലു നൂൽക്കുന്നു ഗാന്ധി. ഗാന്ധി. നന്ദി.
माटी पुकारे तुझे, देश पुकारे, आजा रे अब आजा रे. भूले हम राह हमें राह दिखा दे, आजा रे राह दिखा दे. ऐनक पहने लाठी पकड़े चलते थे वो शान से, जालिम कांपे थर 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 सुनकर उनका नाम रे. हो कद था उनका छोटा सा और सरपट उनकी चाल रे. दुबले से पतले से थे वो चलते सीना तान के. वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे